Another week, another video. Hello, how you doing? We're this week working our way from Northampton and Gayton Junction to Cosgrove. Lots have happened. High water levels, and I'll say very high water levels, but you'll have to watch. Wind, wet, sun, floods. What more can I say? Come along, join the ride, see how we get on. If you're new, turn around and say hello to you. If you're an old subscriber, nice of you to be with us again. Push that button, ring that bell. It's free to you, the world, and everybody around. Join us on the ride, see what you think. Have a great time. See you on the other end. So, we've just met Angela and Gary and Jack Russell, Bobby. We're at Blissworth Marina. We've just come through. We've just got a gangplank from them, very kindly, and hints, tips, and how to do things. Blissworth Tunnel now. That's about 20 minutes away, apparently. Time to use that make-up headlight again. And this gentleman is with the trip boat that's just underneath the bridge. They've just moored up. I've just finished talking to Gary and Angela thinking that these were coming through, but they turned around and said that they're a trip boat. They're a charity trip boat, but I don't know who for. But the boat's been made especially for wheelchairs as well. It's got a ramp inside. Let's see what it's labelled up as. Crusader Community Boating. One to look up at a later date. Gary, we've just met, is a signwriter of 40 years experience, and he signed that boat. Oh, to be as good as that. Right. Onwards and upwards, the old mill. We're getting to Bridge 51. We have about half a mile towards the tunnel, so maybe we stop and have a brew before we get there, because it's been a long old hike this morning, and I'd rather not get too dehydrated. So, Blissworth Tunnel. Tunnel was built between 1802 and 1805. Completed the vital direct link between the Midlands and London. It's 1.7 miles long and wide enough for two narrowboats to go through and pass each other. The first attempt to construct the tunnel in 1790s failed, but the Grand Junction Canal was otherwise complete, apart from getting through this bit of land. Before the tunnel opened, all the goods from the boats were carried up over the top of the hill on the road, and then a primitive railway was sorted, carrying horse-drawn wagons was built. There's no towpath, so it's all legged through when people are there, or were there, because all the boats were unpowered. So legged, if you don't know, is just walking the sides of the tunnel. It's not too bad if there's two boats, isn't there? But that must mean somebody's got an extremely long leg. So there you go, a little bit of information about Blissworth. There's watercourse overflow. Going from that, and the amount of water that's coming down it, could possibly be quite a leaky format in that tunnel, but we'll see. It's there. We'll go up and just have a look at the sign on the tunnel entrance, have a look at the building if there's anything there. You can just about, I don't know whether the camera will do, but I can just about make out the tunnel. The average time to travel through this is 45 minutes, but you've got the towpath tunnel hut, Adopted, restored by Blissworth Canal Partnership in 2013, as you can see, and it's got work tools in, and it has been sorted, and it deals with, I presume, a collection of people who do the voluntary work, and going from the labels at the bottom, it's where they sort it all out. Why not? At the end of the day, it's a valuable piece of history. So there you go, Blissworth Tunnel. It's 7'6" high, or 2.29, 3.81 metres wide, and you can't canoe it, and you've got to keep right, you've got to sound your horn. Wire beams must book passage. But there you go. But going back to the beginning, passage of canoes and unpowered craft is prohibited. Blissworth Tunnel, following the completion of extensive repair work, this tunnel was reopened to navigation by Sir Leslie Young, the British Waterways Board, back in 1984. And then a plaque to mark the centenary. There you go, a little bit of history about Blissworth. Hello! Now, we can't see it, there must be a bit of a kink in it. Anyway, let's go and fill the kettle. There he goes. Welcome to Blissworth Tunnel. Not that you'll see much. I think you can just about make out the lights at the top of the tunnel, or the other end of the tunnel. So enjoy the ride, we'll see you in a bit. Just over halfway, well actually a little bit further, there's 1300 left to go. I'm trying to do this with my tiller in my back instead of, hence the bouncing. But we're getting there. But what you'll see is all the calcite coming down the wall. So we're almost out of the tunnel. We're less than 100 metres left, and we have two windy points coming. But we've got somebody watching us coming, so we're there. I'll turn this light off so you can see. And it's amazing how the light just changes as you come. And that's Blissworth Tunnel done. So that's Blissworth Tunnel done. It seems to have brightened up. The sun seems to have come out now. But it's a bit leaky in there. Where the vents are, well, I'll tell you what. Oh, you might just see it as we go past. The little one, the black one, just to the left of the big black post, is a benchmarker for 20 miles from Braunston. We're slowly cruising it. We're getting there. It's an enjoyable little opportunity to do. Oh, excuse me. So coming into Stoke, we're on, I think there's 7 locks to get through in a bit of a flight, but not back to back to back. Yeah, we're here. This is where, if I'm correct, I did my Canal art course with Terence Edgar. But we shall see, and we've got to fight the locks first and dodge the boats. How do you? Alright? Do you mind if I come down with you, pal? So that's the first lock done of the Stoke Ruin flight. And they're new locks. They've just done work over the winter up there. I've managed to plug into coming down the locks with a Jumpman. on another boat. He's just opening the second one, while I've just closed up that one. So let's go and land in there while he goes and joins me, and we'll do vice versa and swap it over as we go. Stoke Brewing, a lovely place. See you later. The guy I've just come down with, we've had the same problem. The wind's just caught us and taken both of us. Alright. But hey, it goes with the flow. Well, Stoke Brewing, bottom lock, and this is locks number 7. Thank you very much to the volunteers and the workies for doing their bit. Me and my colleague next to me have almost done. It's been a long hard one, but we're there. Just put the kettle on, just waiting for it to turn around and brew, and both of us are having a brew. Cosgrove next, about another 5 miles. We'll see what else there is. So there we go, end of Stoke Brewing locks, down the 7 that there is, and we make our way to Cosgrove. I said it was already interesting. Water runaways, lots of them. They've got this one here, and then there's another one up there. So it's different. That'll explain why. A lot of water courses come into it, and there's quite a bit of water coming through there, so understandable that the water disappears. But we're out into roaming farmland again, so all that will be draining off the fields. Wind's gone up, coming over the farmers' fields. We keep blowing off to the sides, so I'm going to slow down on the old videoing and see what we turn around and get away with without missing too much for you, because I've already started crabbing and blowing. So see you in a bit. So I don't know whether we can do it. No, we can't. Well, that sign that's covered in moss is saying 22 miles to Braunston. I think I'm going away from Braunston, so it's not very good to me. But we're heading to Cosgrove, and in between that there's a place called Yardsley Gabane, I think it is, which is only about 2.5 mile, maybe 2 mile. See whether we can see some information about it. But that was where I was going to stop if I couldn't get to Cosgrove, pending the weather. But we'll see whether we can get further. That's field flooding, whether it's partly due to the River Tove, whether it's due to just dips in the fields. But we're not far from the River Tove, and I think it's just the other side of them edges, a little bit further on. As I said to you as we came out of the locks at Stoke Brewing, there's a flood warning on this stretch up to lock 21, between lock 20, which is the end of the Stoke Brewing flight, and the Cosgrove one. So it's understandable really, isn't it, with the amount of rain we've had. It's got to go somewhere. There you go, better picture of the flooding, and well, what can we say? Just fields and fields and fields of waterlogged grassland. River Tove, just past, just above my finger there, and well, if I'm stopped by that boat, you'll understand why there's so much water, because the water is just pouring over the top. I don't know whether you can see it on this so far, but it's just like, you've seen the rain, you've heard the rain, you've felt it. Now see what the actual current situation is down here, and you can understand why. Try not to get sucked into the weir. but you see how much water's coming over the top, all being well. And that's why the rivers and the fields are flooded, because while the water's running off, because they've given that high water level between lot 20 and 21, which we're on, that explains how much is actually coming off. If it finds somewhere to stop, I'll come back so you can have a picture, and then we'll get on. So we've managed to get stop off. It's only for 30 seconds, just while I walk back down. But if I keep going, you can see where the water goes down to, and you can understand why. It's actually terrible. There you go. That's how much water's coming off that bit of canal. Right, time to get gone. I like that side. Caution, elderly ducks crossing. It's different. So, into another boatyard, or past another boatyard, and moorings. We're doing quite well today. So, we're almost there. And that's Kingfisher Marina. I've seen yet another kingfisher today. But hey, we're winning. This is getting good at seeing them blue little things. That one didn't flash past as fast though. So, almost at bridge 64, and if I'm correct, this might be Thrupp Wharf. First time I've seen one of these for a while. You'd think in somewhere where it's just open countryside, you'd see loads of them. You'll see, if you can't see it yet, you'll see it now. There we go, ready for the flight. And I'm very surprised it hasn't. As we go under the bridge, we enter Cosgrove. Looks a very different bridge. Looks quite ornate. See whether it moor up somewhere, turn around and make a brew, get a little snack to eat, and then we'll turn around and move on, I think, if the weather's kind to us. Try and get through the lock anyway, just at the end of the arm. So let's see how we do. So that's Solomon's Bridge. I suppose with it being weathered, it looks like an old castle really, don't it? Very beautiful though. Right, let's moor up and see whether I can get a brew and move on. So there you go, another week's video. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's been wet, it's been windy, it's been high water levels, it's been flooding, it's been, you name it, anywhere and everywhere. You got a comment about this week or anything that we should be including, then please feel free to let us know. If you've got a button and you want to subscribe, push the button, ring the bell. It's free to you, me and the world. It's not a problem. Share us with your friends. If you've liked it, let us know. If you've disliked it or we could do any better, let me know. I'm still learning this and we're seeing how we get on. Maybe next week we might end up doing a little bit more of the Grand Union. We'll see what happens. Nice to see you. See you again soon.